A friend of mine told me something the other day that really bothered me. But it took me a moment to figure out why. She was telling me how she was frustrated by a student of hers at the school where she works. This kid was a great student. He had a great relationship with all of the teachers. He was a junior who came to class always and always got good grades. But recently, he came to her after class to tell her that he needed to drop out for a while. I asked if he had said why, and after a moment, she finally said it was related to issues in the student's home life. He lived with his brother and sister-in-law, but his brother was just sent to jail for some minor offense. The student's sister-in-law never liked him much, and so she's kicking him out of the house while the brother's gone. The student's parents and other family aren't around, so he's going to have to move in with an older friend and get a job to pay rent. I asked my friend what her response to the student was, and she said she did what any teacher would do. She had to encourage him to try to stay in school. He was a good student and had a promising future if he just stayed in school. That's actually what bothered me the most. I wasn't able to express it properly right away, but I knew I felt for the kid. Yes, she was just doing her job as a teacher, but that job, that role, had nothing to do with the most pressing issues in the student's life at that moment.
The precarious. We want a change and dignified future.
She spit on him and smacked him on the face. Mohamed was all in tears, claiming that he was beaten down. Man's dignity is not that trivial. He went 3 times to the municipality, but no one listened to him. Then he told Fouazi that he will kill himself. Mohamed didn't look for trouble that day. He was yelling out because nobody listened to him and nobody let him in. He told Fouazi, "Leave me alone, I will solve my problems myself." He went to the municipality, hoping that they will help him. He was screaming, "Open the door! Open the door!" He poured gasoline on himself while holding a lighter and set himself on fire. They refused to listen to him, and they kicked him out. He was burning right in front of the government headquarters. He was screaming, "Let me in! Let me in! I have been humiliated and mistreated!"
I actually don't know what happened next to the student after they had that argument.
Nobody would listen.
She initially hoped that he would come back after spending a couple days thinking about what she had said to him. And yet, 2 weeks had passed, and there was no sign of him.
We are sick of anti-social reform that leave us unemployed, that the banks that have provoked the crisis raise our mortgages or take our savings, that impose laws that limit our liberty at the benefit of the powerful. We accuse the political and economic powers for our precarious situation, and we demand a change in course.
I need to see that female officer who made my son burn himself and filled me up with sorrow.
I snapped out of my own thoughts of the student's feeling of rejection from his teacher and focused back on my friend. She cared about her job. She knew that many of her students lived tough lives.
When he was young, he used to flee school with our
her
neighbors and
even
go to
more
the local
to be a better
markets.
teacher.
These mates opted for
She
migration
didn't look
to
for
Tunis
gratitude
or
from all of
Sfax,
them for all the
except
hard
him.
work that she did.
He stayed here with us.
But she also didn't appreciate
They used to
one of
help
her
the
favorite
vendors in
students disbelieving
transporting
the
their
sincerity
goods.
of her efforts.
In return, they gave
So
him
hearing
some
him
vegetables.
say, "You don't give a shit
After
about
that,
me,"
he sells them on his
as he turned his
wheelbarrow.
back on her and walked off.
This was his
couldn't
job
have been
for these
farther from the
past
truth.
years.
We are
Everybody
ordinary
liked
people.
him because he was nice.
We are like you. Somos como tú. People who get up every morning to study para estudiar, find a job, y para people who have family and friends. Gente que tiene familia y amigos. People who work hard every day to provide a better future for those around us. Y dar un futuro mejor a los que nos rodean.
We continue to be attentive to the concerns of all.
For 23 years,
We are working to address
people
the
lived
collective and
with corruption,
individual situations
oppression,
and strengthen our
humiliation,
programs in
with
employment
having to
and the
pay
fight against
bribes.
unemployment.
The message was that any person has his livelihood threatened, who suffers because of officials, who is harassed by them, who is kept under their boot, who sees these officials who control the country, who do as they please, who do not let people like us live. Mohammed suffered a lot. He worked hard.
Some of us consider ourselves progressive. Unos nos consideramos más progresistas. Otros más. Some of us are believers. Unos creyentes. Some not. Otros no. Some of us have clearly defined ideologies. Bien definidas. Others are apolitical. Nos consideramos we are all concerned, pero todos estamos preocupados political, economic, and social outlook por el panorama político, económico y social que vemos a nuestro alrededor.
As I heard her voice deepen and her words become more heavy, I took a slow, deep breath and asked her if she thought he wanted to drop out of school. She thought about it, and she said probably not. I asked why she thought he felt he had to. She said he was in a tough situation and that he probably didn't see any other option.
How soon after this did the protests start? Exactly 2 days later, on the Friday, in a big way. But when Mohammed's cart was still in front of the government, and the fire was still burning Mohammed's body, some young men gathered around the government and started yelling at officials. At that very moment, at the same time that it had, they and his uncle, the man who raised him, took Mohammed to the hospital, and others continued to throw stones at the government and yell and shout in front of it. Some of them told me they were saying, Mohammed was oppressed, he was upset and downtrodden, and you are the people who did not help him. Where is the woman who hit him? You just want to humiliate us. Why didn't you open your door to him?
In this country, most of the political class ni siquiera listen to us. Los ciudadanos formamos parte del engranaje de una máquina designed to enrich a minority, which does not regard our que no sabe ni de nuestras necesidades. We are anonymous, but without us, none of this would exist. Nada de esto existiría, pues nosotros movemos el mundo.
so I asked her why did he even bother to come to see her that afternoon then. He wanted to let me know why he'd be away from school, is what she had said to me after a brief moment of thought. I don't think the student was initially trying to be disrespectful to her, but rather recognized that she would care if he was suddenly gone from her class, and she began to realize that too. She realized that he might have not even been coming to her as his teacher, but maybe as someone that he looked up to and could express his worries to about his current situation.
These are inalienable truths
Existen unos derechos básicos
that we should abide
que
by in
deberían
our
estar
society.
cubiertos en estas sociedades.
The right to
Derecho a la
housing,
vivienda, al
employment,
trabajo, a la cultura,
culture,
a la salud,
health,
a la educación,
education,
a la
political
participación
participation,
política, al
free
libre
personal
desarrollo
development,
personal
and
y
consumer
derecho
rights
al
for a
consumo de
healthy
los
and
bienes
happy
necesarios
life.
para una vida sana y feliz.
The current status of our
El
government and
actual
economic system
funcionamiento de
does
nuestro
not
sistema
take care of
económico
these
y
rights,
gubernamental.
and in many ways is
un
an
obstáculo
obstacle
para el
to
progreso
human
de la
progress.
humanidad.
But when he set fire to himself, it wasn't about his scales being confiscated. It was about his dignity. Dignity before bread. Muhammad's first concern was his dignity. Dignity before bread.
We need an ethical revolution.
Revolución ética.
Instead of placing money above human needs,
Tenemos
we
que
shall knit it
ponerlo
back to
a
our
nuestro
service.
servicio.
We are people, not products.
Productos del mercado.
I am not a product of what I
No soy
buy,
solo lo que
why I buy,
porque lo compro,
or who I buy
y a
from.
quién se lo compro.
For all of
Todo
the
lo
above,
anterior,
I am
estoy
outraged.
indignado.
I think I can change it.
Creo que puedo cambiar.
I think I can help.
Creo que puedo ayudar.
I know that
Sé que
together we
unidos
can.
podemos.
Come
Sal
out with
con
us.
nosotros.
It is your
Es
right.
tu derecho.
It's time to change things. Time to build a
Hora
better
de
society
construir entre
together.
todos una sociedad mejor.